Yeah, it is what it is. I have to, in my career, I've always been the kind of guy that like I stand by my own morals, my own moral code, and you know that's hurt me a lot over the year. Let's be honest here. If I years ago, decade ago, jumped on every bandwagon and basically did everything that everyone else was doing, right? If I was doing the clickbait thumbnails, if I was taking the sponsorship deals, uh, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would have been a lot more popular and a lot more prominent, and I would have made a lot more money. But I wanted to be okay with me and the content that I put out there, and staying true to myself or whatever. I definitely feel like I don't know, like I could sleep at night, but at the same time, it definitely hurt the pocketbook, and with all the shit that I went through for a decade there. But that's just how I've always been. You know what I mean? Like, I never took the paycheck. I was offered a lot back in the day. I kept getting offered. You know what it was? It was all those indie game companies very desperate to get their games advertised. Like every other day, I'd be getting an offer for like no exaggeration, like $500 to $1,000. They'd be like, "Hey, please play our game on your stream. Do like a 3-hour stream or a 3-hour video on our game, and I'll take this paycheck and do this. Brought to you by this." I never did a single one. I didn't want to become that sellout guy, the shill. I never wanted to, and then people, oh, you eBay. Yeah, but when I eBeg, right, I'm saying support the content. Allow me to make the content you like and please pay for it so that I can continue to do it for a job. It's not, hey, this stream is brought to you by Honey, the app that brings you all kinds of discounts. And then you find out that Honey has been a scam all along and literally never gave you a discount. Instead, it was hiding discounts from you that everyone else was getting. And then they were stealing everyone's referral sales revenue for the past 5 years. I've never done any of that. I never had any intention to ever do anything. I never wanted to become a product shill here to make the bag. I mean, how many people have done that shit? I don't want to do that. I just want to make content and chill with you guys and be real. What about the chair? What do you mean? That office chair over there, where the way the sponsorship was going to work, they were going to send me that chair. I was going to talk about the chairs on air for a bit. When the chair arrived, I was going to do an honest review, and then you were going to know if the chair was good or not, and the company was okay with that. To be frank, that company was lucky that we didn't do that agreement because that chair sucks. That chair, within a few months of me owning it, the entire hydraulic thing that has the air in it broke and never really worked properly. So they're lucky that I didn't actually truly review it because I would have told you guys that the chair sucks. Don't buy it. Sin, thank you for another $2 super chat. They said, "I agree. I'm proud of you for real." Well, thank you. So, I mean, let's be honest. So, what would you prefer? Let's be real honest here. What would you prefer? That on a stream, I remind everyone that you could support this stream via various methods like super chats, memberships, subs, tips. And we have goals, and the goals lead to rewards for you guys like marathons and DSP Tries It and Viewers Choice events. Would you prefer that? Or would you prefer that 5 times during this podcast, I have to do a gratuitous plug for a product, that we have leaderboards blinking, big ads all around the screen for toothbrushes, for razors to shave your balls, for, ridiculous products that have absolutely nothing to do with anything here? What would you like? Because, I could become like Painkiller already, and I think the show would be awful. Really, I think that it would be crap. And I don't want to do that, Ashton says, "I will secure good sponsorships. We're going to shill vitamins and gold and boner pills." Yeah, what is that one where they're like, put your money into gold? What? Put your money into gold. It's 2025, and people actually think it's a good idea to take your money and put it into gold. But people chill it, and then people do it. Oh, my goodness. Finn did another $5 super chat. He said, I would prefer you had more real viewers than trolls and you got support that you deserve. Thank you for not doing corporate sellout stuff. Thank you. You can get the gold sponsorship? Oh, God. Dude, I can't be doing that stuff. Put your money into gold. No, really. It's going to work out for you and not the company. Yeah, of course it secures against inflation. Of course it does, right? Why not sell one of those food delivery subscription services? You know, those ones that are all completely unique and different from each other and deliver a truly unique meal experience for a good value. And by the way, the food's so healthy, right? Yes. They're all the best one. Every single one is the best one. Oh, excuse me. Only the one that I got the sponsorship from is the best one. Emergency prep kits for end times. Oh, God, I haven't even seen that one yet. That's one now, too. Game Boy, what's going on? How you doing? Emil says on AliExpress. What is AliExpress? That sounds familiar. AliExpress. I think I've seen that. AliExpress. What is this? Easy online shopping. Promotions on clothing, electronics, sports, and more. Oh boy, so they add that advertise that one too, huh? What is that, like Temu? You see now, Ash, and here we go. This is the mentality that a lot of people go with. Ash, of course, he's over exaggerating, but he says, "Who cares if it's a scam? Idiots buy anything. We can spend money better than they can." But and see, I could do that. No, really, I could, but I would much rather be like, hey, listen, here's content you enjoy. Support it via these methods. Yeah, I'm going to shill a bit during my stream. I'm going to ask for contributions. I'm going to ebeg, but that's because I'm bringing you content you like. And by the way, that means if I'm bringing you content you don't like, tell me, and then I'll change it up. That's what, when people say wage quit a game, I'm like, what are you, fucking stupid? People are paying me to make content they enjoy. If they're not enjoying it, they won't financially support it. Then I should do something else. Do what people want, right? There's nothing wrong with wage quitting because the whole idea of business is to make a product people want to consume. Okay? So in this regard, the way I see it, I have no problem e-begging because it makes sense, because I'm saying, hey, here's the content you like, support the content, and now I don't have to shill crap you don't want or like, right? I don't need you to buy toothbrushes. I don't need you to buy, ass scrubbers and, ridiculous products no one cares, food delivery services. I don't want you to dump all your money in gold. All I want you to do is do a contribution every once in a while on stream so I can make a living and keep doing the content that you love. That's it. It's simple. It's a very transparent concept. It's more transparent than all the other shit these people, We need a fundraising scam. We need our crypto scam. How can we do it? What are we going to call it? We got to come up with a good crypto scam that somehow people won't suspect. Like every single one of these crypto things isn't a scam, right? DSP coin. King's coin. We'll call it King's coin. Beaver bothered to the $1.50 says, did you hear that LTG has finally moved out of Section 8 housing? Maybe if he did the collab stream with you like a man, he could have moved out of there 6 months ago. I don't care about LTG. He's a fucking lame-o. He's a bum. He really is. Like, he didn't understand anything about anything. He just wants to sit there on an island all alone, talking with no one, just talking to like his ball suckers. That's like literally that's who he is. He's please, sycophants, please just keep kissing my ass and sending me stuff. And, you know, meanwhile, he's sitting in a fucking, you know, a crappy bedroom that looks terrible. The self-awareness here is Kino. Correct. Because as you know, I don't do any of those things. I don't live in a bubble. I mean, in truth, it would be pretty hard for me to live in a bubble when so many people don't like me for various reasons. So I'm well aware there's a lot of people that don't like me. He legit thinks he's God's gift to the world. Like, that guy is like, I can't imagine how he holds his ego in his head, how his head hasn't exploded the way that he acts and thinks. Is he still playing Tekken 8 and losing his mind? That's hilarious. He bought a house with another man. Oh, interesting. Will it be his manservant? Will he have a live-in manservant? He's gonna be like Bruce Wayne. Well, indeed, I am very jealous of Dale's crispy jawline. That's correct. Wait, who's Dale? I don't know who that is. Never heard of that name before. All right, I don't need to know about him shitting in the shower. All right, let's move on. Let's stop talking about him. That's enough. I don't want to hear it. Bonage 101 has tipped me $10.80. Says, how about investing some money into stocks? Maybe if you have a friend that is experienced in the market, you can make some decent money. I'm getting to the point now, excuse me. I'm getting to the point now where, since now I have finally finished upgrading my setup, and I'll be honest, I don't really have much else to invest into the setup. Like I said, maybe eventually upgrading my chair or my TV. But outside of that, the setup is like, you know, as primo as it's going to get. I don't really have much else to spend on it. Now what I'd like to do, hopefully, you know, is start building up some savings for the first time in ages. And once I have some savings, then I could look towards something like that, right? Like if I actually had savings and be like, hey, do I want to invest it in this or that? I've never had an opportunity to do anything like that in a very long time. So we'll see over time. See, it all depends on how things go. If I can maintain how I'm doing, which, you know, it's kind of hit or miss. There's been some ups and downs and fluctuations, right? But right now I'm doing pretty good. So if I can keep going how I'm going, then probably within, you know, first few months of the year, perhaps I could actually have some money for investments and the like. But I guess we'll see. It depends on how things go. Oh, I know. I should have a cat tower in my background for a cat that never shows up, right? The phantom cat that doesn't exist.